Hello, Illuminaries. I am Emily Harrison, founder, director of the Akashic Academy, and I work with Illuminaries, visionaries who are ready to tap universal intelligence, who are ready to hold a connection to God mind, also known as the Akashic Records, so they can receive instantaneous downloads, and soul level information. In this video today, I want to talk to you about a quantum success code and how your Akashic Records can help you tap into your quantum success code to help you move past areas where you've been stuck, where you've been indecisive, where you have been cutting off your natural resource to quantum power. Why is this so important? Because as an illuminary, and say hello when you get here, Illuminaries, you're part of a bigger story. Bruce, I see you. Kathia, I see you. Melinda, hello. Kim, I'm so glad that you are here. Say hello to me once you come on in, please. Because those of you who are here right now, you're part of a bigger story, and on some level, maybe it's minute, maybe it's very obvious to you, your soul knows and your soul feels this. What we're doing right now on the planet is we're participating in a taking back of leadership. Okay, hi Tracy, hi Heather, there are a lot of different ways. Erin is here too, hello Erin. Okay, I'm gonna stop saying hello to everybody because my Aunt Patty once told me it was hard for her to follow. Because I said hi. I stopped and said hey to everybody, but Jason and Melinda, I see you too. Kim, I'm glad you're here. All right, we won't make Aunt Patty crazy today by hey. But I agree it is hard to follow, but still say hi to me because I want to come back and say hi to you too. Cindy Coleman! Yeah. Okay. I promise. That's the last shout out. All right. Why is this so important, this idea of taking back the leadership? Because what's happened here on our planet has been a suppression of consciousness. We have been, thank you for those hearts, held in a space of oppression as the truth of who we are and the quantum beings we are and the power that we have to create has been suppressed on the planet. This is wisdom that is here if you're willing to go dig for it, but it is definitely not something that is taught in our modern day curriculum. Okay, curriculum of school, curriculum of life. And so as we're waking up to our quantum powers, we realize that we have been terribly wronged and oppressed as a collective. There is abundance available, there is health available, there is technology available that is here and designed to expand all of us. And part of our job, your job, being here, showing up on the planet right now, is to fully embody your divine mission. I work with 5D visionaries who understand that the ideas and the thoughts in your mind, whether they're books, whether they're courses, whether they're programs, whether they're experiences, are designed to help change the planet and to help empower people. You are a wisdom keeper. I work with a lot of healers out there, a lot of people who have very specialized knowledge, and trust me, not one person has the ability to bring through all of the pieces. We're also working in a morphic dream field together where we all must come forward in our unique genius and serve the planet to free the planet free our consciousness basically of areas where we've been oppressed. Now, yes, this looks like you doing it on a galactic scale, or we could just stick global for today. You guys are like, hell, I'm having a hard enough time getting global, Emily. All right, let's stick with global. You got a global mission, a mission where you know that you have a specific skill set or specific wisdom that is here to change the planet and to change and to help a lot of people on the planet. That's why you're here. And what happens if we don't take this time to embody our mission, to understand our mission and to embody it, what happens is we're going to repeat another one of these galactic cycles where our civilization's wiped and then we start over, probably. It's happened 4 times. We're on the 5th cycle of this. What you do right now is so important. And yes, I'm talking on a galactic, I said I'd shrink it down to global. We're talking on a global scale, but how you do the global work starts on your microcosm and how you show up to the interpersonal aspects of your life. That's where the majority of the work is done. Okay, at the end of this video, stick around, because at the end of this video, I'm going to give you a really potent, powerful, incredible secret. Only the ancient mystics, the wisest ones on the planet, know that there is certain aspects, certain things that you can understand and harness that make this a whole lot faster and easier, that allow you to quantum leap. I like to call it quantum leaping. Okay, so if you want a quantum leap, I'm going to give you the key to quantum leaping at the end. First, let's talk about the challenges that you face as an illuminary, as a visionary. I see all kinds of challenges with really high-level people who have achieved a certain amount of success in their life. First of all, they lack community, which is why I'm so happy you guys are here. And take a moment and share this out if this is resonating with you. Or if you are community here, you come to this space, you know that this is a space where you can come to not only receive intelligence, but to receive activation so that you can embody more of your energy. These aha moments that you get when you come in here, there's an opening that happens every time you have one of those. You're not only experiencing it for yourself, but you're experiencing it for the collective. So you know that community is a challenge, and this is an example of how we can come together in community and support each other. Okay, I find that there's a huge problem with EMF. Now, I'm very happy that all of you are taking one on the chin for the team and you're staying here with me. There are some really beautiful aspects of how modern day technology connects us, and there's a need for our human biology to unplug from this. And if you don't unplug enough, or you don't understand this, then what happens is your nervous system works on overload. Your nervous system also experiences overload because the space around you, I'm referencing my office, the walls, the door, my desk, the lights, the curtains, the people who come in and out of here, which are mostly my kids and my animals. Everything around you holds an imprint of the pattern of self-identity that you are or have been up until this moment. So when we want to fully transform into another identity, it's really important that we realize that there's an interference, and we need to step outside of our modern day reality, reset, and then bring that energy, create from the quantum, and then bring the quantum back into our real life. That's another big problem that I see. But the problem that I want to address with you guys today is what happens to so many of us, myself included, and that is there are underdeveloped aspects of our consciousness. We've spent time developing certain aspects, and other aspects get undeveloped. And that's why we want to dive in now. We're going to recap the assessment of the 4 spiritual bodies. We broke them down last week, so if you missed any of them, you're going to get a complete recap right now. This is going to be a video that you're going to want to go back and watch. You're going to want to go back and pause so that you can write down all of these questions that I have for you to assess where your weakest point is. In your consciousness, the bodies of our consciousness, I said there are 4 bodies, right? We're going to talk about physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual. And likely, many of you have overtrained in some areas and undertrained in other areas. Where you will get the most impact and you will re-tap into the most potent amount of quantum power for you, we're all different, but for you, is going to be to determine where your underdeveloped area is and to begin to work on it. And as you do that, you're going to have huge gains forward. Again, like I said, in areas where you've been stuck, indecisive, these energies create a kink in your hose when it comes to you accessing your quantum power. Okay, so we're going to start with the assessment of the physical body. Your physical body must be trained to a point where you can hold the frequency of quantum power and intelligence that's coming in. Carla, Jeremy, Julie, Channing, I see you. If this is landing, send me some love, likes, hearts across the screen. Here's some questions you can ask yourself to assess how much work you've done on your physical body. And it doesn't all have to do with having to go work out, okay? I know I lost about 10 of you there. You're like, oh, hell. No more Chloe Tang. I love Chloe Tang, by the way. Okay, your physical body. How are your general health and energy levels? Do you have addiction? Have you addressed the energetic source of addiction and called in healing medicine? Do you check, I'm sorry, I am 44 years old, y'all. I gotta get it back there where I can see it, okay? Let's see, have you addressed the energetic source of the addiction and called in medicine? Do you check in with your body and monitor your energy levels? How do you like your body? How much time have you spent studying nutrition? How much time do you spend in wild nature? Are you aware and have you forgiven yourself for the harmful things that you've done to your body? Do you take prescription medication? Okay, I know we're moving fast. I told you, you have to go back and write all these down again, okay? Now, I'm not giving you a this many yeses or this many nos. You guys are some high level beings out there. You're going to get an understanding of where you're at, okay? All right, we're going to move on to emotional body mastery now. Do you take responsibility for your emotions or do you blame others for how you feel? Do you get triggered by others' actions or behaviors? Do you overreact to situations because you do not understand the root or depth of your disharmony? This is where I'm working right now. I'm going to be really vulnerable and honest with you guys. The biggest stuck area of my life has been personal relationships. And what I've found is, for a very long time, over 20 years, I have been altering myself to be in this relationship. I'm sure many of you guys have done that. And I've taken on belief systems about myself that are causing overreaction in places where I just feel damn crazy, okay, about my overreactions that are coming out. But it's because I haven't realized how much I've morphed myself and taken on belief systems about myself that weren't true. And so I got some work to do there. That's what causes that outburst. If you find that you got that overreactive outburst, this is where I'm doing the work, like I said, welcome. We got the same profile, okay? Do you feel negative emotions for more than a few minutes, or can you be present with them and allow them to flow through? Do you resolve conflict quickly? Do you understand roles we play in each other's lives for learning, growth, including balancing past life karma, which, by the way, your stuckest area is likely the spot where you're being invited to clear all karmic debt. All visionaries, all illuminaries that I work with, you have a space in your life where doing the work on a microcosm is going to clear all of the karmic debt for you. Karma is an unlearned lesson and a lesson that your soul needs in order to progress. How loved and supported do you feel? This is another area where, if I'm being really vulnerable and honest, I've felt difficulty feeling loved and supported in my life. How do you feel about your family? Have you made an effort to see and understand and heal childhood trauma? Do you find yourself in abusive relationships of any kind? Are you critical? Do you laugh a lot? Do you have tools to handle conflict with others and know how to release stuck energy? Okay, I know we're moving fast. I said you have to go back and pause. That was the emotional body mastery. Okay, let's talk about mental body mastery now. Have you worked to understand and clear your childhood programs? Are you governed by your higher mind? Do you have repetitive thoughts? I want to pause here for a moment because I'm pretty strong in my mental body mastery. I'm the weakest in emotional, strongest in spiritual. We'll get to that one. Mental, I'm pretty darn good in mental, but I did notice that as I'm working through some of my challenges and my stuck points right now, I noticed a download that came in that really helped me get the difference between where my human is showing up and processing and where my higher self, my God self, is showing up and processing. Because I definitely feel both of those Emilys showing up in my life right now. So what Spirit downloaded to me, my Akashic Records allowed me to see, was that here's how the human mind works. The human mind will have repetitive thoughts over and over and over again. That's how you know you're in your human mind. The God mind will have an inspired thought that is followed by inspired action, or the opportunity or the choice to take an inspired action. Okay, so hopefully that can give you a little bit of difference between like what is your higher mind and what is your I'm calling it the human mind in this case. For me, I found it's really helpful now that I have an awareness. Oh shit, Emily, you're working deep right now. Every morning I call in Akashic Records, Universal God Mind. I mean, I have that connection anyway, but when I go into human repetitive thought form, my vibrational frequency lowers and I don't have as clear access. So I'm purposefully calling in and overlaying a God mind image, a universal mind image over my mind, so that only the thoughts that I have, let me go back just a couple beats. I overlay that over my mind so that the thoughts I have are singular and followed by clear action. Okay? Back to our questions. Are you influenced by mass collective thought forms such as fear culture, pandemic, celebrity culture? Do you find that the thoughts of your friends and family sway you, or are you an independent thinker? Have you looked at and cleared repressive belief systems? Can you see both or all sides of an issue, or do you find yourself polarized? Do you see how others' beliefs patterns affect their actions and behavior? Can you maintain a connection with the higher mind and flow state? If this is resonating with you, Julie and Jeremy and Melinda and Trina, I see you out there. Send some love likes hearts across the screen for me. Where did we leave off? Oh, this is a good one. Are you selective with your words because you know that the vibrational frequency of sound creates reality and the words that you have vibrational frequency? So are you thinking about what you're saying, or you just letting shit rip? Okay? Maybe you want to think about it a little more. Do you understand the process of creation? This is what I said. The words, everything starts from a thought. And then we develop feeling and emotion, and that generates and empowers and churns more energy, adds more energy to our thought. And then we begin to speak it. And that speaking, whether you believe Big Bang or God spoke it into existence, it's sound. Okay? It's the Om. Are your thoughts clear and focused? Are you comfortable with big changes? Do you feel a balance in giving and receiving? Are you aligned with your current job? This is a good one because, again, everything comes from a mental construct. Everything we create comes from a mental construct. And many of you right now are experiencing dissatisfaction in your current career because it's not aligned with the quantum visionary that I described in the beginning. Okay? Do you have knowledge of metaphysics, and have you spent time growing your abilities in the quantum realm? Do you like creative projects, and can you finish them easily once you start? Can you properly delegate? This is my favorite. How easily do you make decisions from your higher perspective? I find that inhibits so many of the visionaries that I'm working with. This is the big fear point right now, is the higher mind is not governing the decision making. The lower mind, where we're stuck in our old patterns, is governing the decision making. Because in order to get to a new place in your life, you have to make a decision to step out of your current reality and to do something different. Okay, we're going to move into now spiritual body mastery. This one's my favorite. This is where I feel really alive, and so many of you too. You start learning this knowledge and you light up. You're likely a spiritual thought leader. If you can't help but to cultivate your connection to spirit, you can't help but to be a sponge for quantum physics, for multidimensional information. There's a reason behind this, okay? Spiritual body mastery. Jessica Amaladon, sorry. I don't like it when I mess up people's name live. I'm sorry, Miss Jessica. I love you so much. I believe we were in Shasta together about this time last year. Beautiful teacher of all Akash, medicine, essence, plant essence. Good to see you, my friend. Okay. Spiritual body mastery. Do you have a connection with divine presence? Can you hear advice from other God beings while finding your own sovereignty? Such a good one. Is your main source of energy God force energy? Do you find yourself having synchronous experiences that let you know you're on the right path? Have you spent time developing your light body and presence in many dimensions? Can you call or summons the light, the God frequency energy, and use it for good? Are you bold in using your powers, or do you still shrink? Have you experienced oneness or unity consciousness, a connection to all things? Can you notice the same life force energy pulsing through all of us? This one's choking me up a little bit in the bottom. Have you paid your karmic debt and are ready to fully commit to a life of service? So for those of you who recognize that there's still a place where there's karma to be learned, karmic debt to pay, meaning there are areas where you are not fully commanding your quantum power to create and to help and to serve others on this planet. There's an opportunity, there's an invitation for you in this. I promised you that if you stuck around to the end of this video, I would give you a piece of powerful mystic wisdom, secret wisdom. And that is, when you make the decision that you are ready to fully move through your karma and step into a life where you are creating at this level, the Akashic Records will appear to you. The Akashic Records will help you assess the area where your consciousness needs more training and will help you embody that so that you can hold the frequency within you, within your microcosm, within these areas where you feel stuck, to do the big things and to do the big things very, very easily. When you're ready and you make the decision, there's not only the Akashic Records that is here to help you, but what the ancient mystics knew is that there were also cosmic gateways, special cosmic alignment that accelerated the process, as well as unique places on planet Earth where you can harness more energy and tap into the divine so much easier. The mystics knew that it was more than just tuning in and to a video and doing the work. The mystics didn't really tune into videos and even do the work, did they? They knew that there was a component of doing the work, of allowing the cosmic forces to support you. How many of you have heard that the universe is at your back? The universe is conspiring for you. Look at the cosmic gateway we're in right now. Summer solstice opened up a direct alignment from our planet Earth through our sun to great central sun into even more galactic alignment. This is calling forth your greatest masterpiece. Furthermore, this energy is going to continue to build and peak into Lionsgate. And on Lionsgate, many of you know, I'm taking a very special group of mystics, of seekers, of visionaries onto the mountain. There are vortexes on the mountain where the piezoelectric energy will allow you to have extraordinary experiences. When I was there on Shasta last week, just when I was walking up to Panther Meadows, I had 2 UFO encounters. There are incredible encounters there with the Ascended Masters. This August, I'm leading the Akashic Immersion in Mount Shasta. I have some amazing trainers and amazing opportunities coming in. When I say amazing trainers, I mean Bill Homan, who is the keeper of the Mitchell Hedges Crystal Skull, the most quantumly mystical artifact on the planet, is going to be there in person. You're going to get training from Bill. You're also going to sit personally one-on-one with the skull. I have an opportunity to take you all into the secret pyramid there on Shasta for activation. This is an exact replica, smaller, but of Giza. And for those of you who are not familiar with the mathematical encodement of that pyramid and how it aligns consciousness, it is far more spectacular than I could articulately break down here for you. See, there you go. But what happens is that same level of mathematical and geometrical, there you go again, energies within you begin to align and to vibrate and to hum in unison with this spectacular machine. Furthermore, while we are in Shasta, there is going to be content that allows you to specifically clear and work on and heal the area where you stand to gain the most. Okay, your personal area of pain, trauma, weakness, stuckness, we all have one. There's going to be intense purification and moving in those areas. Lots of individualized expression and individualized activation will be coming in for each one of you. As well as the opportunity to get very clear and download, again, individually and very specifically, what your mission is and what the action steps are that you need to take to stand in and to complete that mission. Everybody from this experience walks away with that knowledge in hand. You get to unplug from your EMF. You get to experience extraordinary, normally saved for only Hollywood, but this is real life. Y'all know I spent a lot of time in Hollywood. So of course I'm gonna bring that level of awe to my experiences. It's gotta be otherworldly, okay? Your self-care will be monitored to the highest degree. The food that you take in, the community that you immerse with. If you're ready for an experience that allows you to make one of these quantum leaps, send me a private message. We're going to be closing the enrollment on this very, very soon. And once I get your private message, I am going to reach out and connect. It'll just truly, it's the opening of a conversation because very, very high level specialized souls are called into this experience. So if you're feeling like this is something that you're meant to be on, like next steps, I want to know about you. So once you reach out and message me, we're going to start talking. I'm going to start asking you some questions. You're going to come face to face with the truth of who you are and what you're here on the planet to do in a more visceral way than you likely ever have before. It might feel a little scary. I'm already starting to feel the field morph. It's like a little pressure in the head. You guys feel that? That's possibility. That's opportunity. And that is one of my favorite things on the planet. So for those of you who feel ready to dive in, send me that private message. Thank you all for joining me here. I'm so glad to spend this time with you. If this video has served you, I'm going to invite you to share it out. And I will see you back here again real soon.